I can't wait for a Fordham fade to come out this week. Sammy to text us. He texted us last week and said Dartmouth -11. Ugh, that number stinks, essentially like that. And then none of us wagered on it. And Dartmouth was up to like 24-0 at the end of the first half. So I think right now Fordham is auto fade. That's why you come here, guys. Auto fade Fordham. Let's not auto fade my fade of the week, Bear. These are going pretty well so far. What we're going to do this week, Bear, is we're going to have a play on big noon on your big noon game. We're going to take UCF in the first half -7.5. We're going to fade Colorado off their win against Baylor, right? A win they should not have had. We agree. Good job by Sanders making that final play. Good job by Hunter forcing that turnover. But Baylor was at the 26-yard line, Colorado 26-yard line, under 4 minutes left, up by 7. They should have put that game away. They did not. But the reason why I like the first half for UCF in this game, they're off a bye. They've had time to prepare for this game. They're going to be at home. They're going to play tempo. But Colorado, Bear, this season has not been a good first half team. They're 88th in the country on first half points, 101st in first half defense. They do not play well in the first half. What they do well is they play well in the second half. Second half defense, Bear, guess this. How many points do you think the Colorado defense allow in the second half of games so far this season?
Well, they didn't allow a point against Nebraska. I think what they shut it. They allowed the one touchdown to North Dakota State, and they allowed what?
I think 7 to Baylor. 4.3 points per game in the second half. They're doing a great job making adjustments. So I like UCF to come out fast in this game. Also worth noting, I love Colorado for a couple of reasons. One is they give us a lot of content, and one of them was that Deion Sanders had to restart practice because the energy level wasn't good. That's worrisome to me after a big win like that. So I'm going to fade Colorado in the first half of this game. UCF off a bye. They're at home in Orlando. They play fast. The Buffaloes not play well in the first half of any of these games. Not Buffalo, the Buffaloes. So give me UCF -7.5 here as my fade of the week.
We'll see what happens there from Orlando with the Knights, if they can get there in the first half for you. My best bet, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, I'm going to go to your alma mater, and I'm going to bet over 39.5 Oregon team total against UCLA. The stop down practice, not a lot of energy. It almost got you last week.
I know.
Didn't the Bruins have to shut down practice and restart it because there wasn't a whole lot of energy in Westwood last week? And then they went to Baton Rouge and put up a pretty darn good fight against LSU.
LSU's defense, Bear, was so bad in that first half. I thought Alex Grinch had taken over their defense. Tackling, it was so bad.
But I would think UCLA now, off of that week where you're playing in hot and humid conditions and a kind of a physical type game, you come home now against Oregon, who's off of an idle week, and they played their best half of football the last time they played the field, the last time they took the field in the Civil War against Oregon State. I would expect the Ducks to put 40 on the board at the prettiest venue in college football on January 1st, only the Rose Bowl.
So, Bear, I was going to ask this in the Gambling group chat. We sort of didn't get to this game. This game is at 11 p.m. Eastern, okay? For those who don't know, I live on the East Coast. What are the odds I make it to the third quarter?
You'll make it. It's your team. You'll stay up and watch it. You'll be amped after watching Alabama, Georgia as well. You'll be up.
My goal is to be in deep REM sleep by the time Dante Moore enters the field. So I hope that happens early in the third quarter. The reason why I like the over in this game, I'm going to further your point here about Oregon's offense. They play well against Oregon State. But Dante Moore is going to come in at some point in this game, and he was at UCLA last season, now at Oregon. Bear, and they don't stop the offense.
Playbook will be open.
They continue to play the offense. And this is what's happening in college football now with a lot of these teams that have these backup quarterbacks that are five-star kids that are good players. They just play the regular offense. It's not run the football and go home. He threw the ball 3 or 4 times against Oregon State. He threw a deep shot. It's a pass interference. Like, they're going to continue to play. So I like your team total here over. I hope to not be awake, honestly, Bear, to see if this catches or not. I'll wake up in the morning and see. My best bet, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, the State University of New Jersey.
Let's hear it.
Continues to make me money each week right now. Rutgers -2.5 hosting Washington. Washington's first game, Bear, outside the state of Washington, really outside of Seattle so far this season. They've been like ho-hum, right? Okay, win against Northwestern. Okay, win against Eastern Michigan. Lost to Washington State. But more importantly, I just like Rutgers, Bear. They're good on defense. They run the football. They do enough at quarterback. I think it's a tough spot for Washington in their first road game Friday night at Rutgers. Long trip for the Huskies. I think Rutgers just is better. I think they're a field goal better than Washington. It's kind of that simple. So I like Rutgers here minus 2.5.
I think they are too. That was a really impressive win to get up at Lane Stadium last week, play from ahead, and allowed them to do the things that they do best and run the football and play defense. So I'm with you there.
Bear Bets full episodes drop twice a week right here on the Bear Bets YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe to stay ahead of the odds, and let's celebrate all of our wins together.